South Africa, a land where nature unfolds with imposing force. Where history has been written with blood and courage, and where diversity is not just a word, but a way of life. This country, at the southern tip of the African continent, is like no other. Here, the sun rises over majestic mountains and sets behind vast savannas where lions, elephants, and rhinoceroses roam as absolute masters of the land. Here, cities vibrate with the energy of intertwined cultures, with a past of struggle and a future in constant evolution. But South Africa is not just exotic landscapes and unforgettable safaris. It is also a testament to human resilience. Home to iconic figures like Nelson Mandela, a symbol of the struggle for freedom and equality, it is a country of extreme contrasts. Opulence and poverty, modernity and ancient traditions, untamed oceans and relentless deserts. Welcome to our channel. If you're interested in learning about other cultures, spectacular places, and traditions around the world that challenge your way of seeing life, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss any of our videos. Did you know that South Africa is the only country in the world with 3 capital cities? Pretoria houses the administrative power. Cape Town is the legislative epicenter and faces it and governs the judicial sphere. And if this isn't enough to surprise you, the country has 11 official languages, a reflection of the cultural diversity that defines it, from Zulu to Afrikaans. Each language echoes its complex history, but let's talk about its natural wealth. South Africa is one of the most biodiverse places on the planet. Here you'll find species that exist nowhere else in the world. From the iconic Kruger National Park to the lush garden route, this country is a sanctuary for those seeking the majesty of nature in its purest state. On the west coast, the Kalahari Desert extends its kingdom of sand and silence. An inhospitable place where life, against all logic, has learned to persist. Children, meerkats, and oryx have made this arid landscape their home. But if you travel south, the story changes radically. The garden route welcomes you with lush forests, crystal-clear rivers, and a mosaic of landscapes that seem straight out of an impressionist painting. And of course, we can't forget South Africa's wildlife. This is home to the legendary Big Five: the lion, the elephant, the buffalo, the leopard, and the rhinoceros. Every year, thousands of travelers from around the world come to South Africa hoping to see these animals in their natural habitat. In Kruger National Park, nature unfolds in all its splendor. Here, the roar of a lion at dawn can make you feel the fragility of your existence, while the gaze of an elephant reminds you of the awesome wisdom of nature. But South Africa isn't just wilderness. It is also one of the most culturally fascinating nations. Cape Town, for example, is a vibrant metropolis that blends modernity with a deep history in the heart of the city. Table Mountain stands like an ever-present sentinel, offering one of the most breathtaking panoramic views in the world. In fact, this natural wonder is considered one of the new 7 wonders of the world. Not far away, Robben Island holds echoes of a turbulent past. In this prison, Nelson Mandela spent 18 years of his life locked within stone walls. But with each day, he built hope for a better future for his people. Today, this place is a reminder of human resilience, a living lesson that even in the deepest darkness, light can prevail. If you travel to the far south, you'll come across the mythical Cape of Good Hope, where the waters of the Atlantic and Indian Oceans converge in an imposing spectacle. A place where the winds whip furiously and the waves tell stories of sailors who centuries ago braved the waters in search of trade routes to the east. Let's talk about South Africa's recent history. For decades, the country was the scene of one of the cruelest policies of racial segregation: apartheid. From 1948 to 1994, the South African government imposed a regime of brutal discrimination that targeted people based on the color of their skin. It was a period of injustice, suffering, and resistance. But amidst the oppression, heroes emerged. Nelson Mandela, after 27 years in prison, became the country's first black president and led a process of reconciliation that astonished the world today. The Apartheid Museum in Johannesburg is a testament to this history, a reminder that the fight for equality is a difficult but possible path. But South Africa is also synonymous with pleasure and sensory delight. The wine-producing region, by boat and bottle, is world-renowned for the quality of its wines. The country produces some of the most exquisite varieties, including the famous pine, and a robust and unique wine found only here. Walking among sun-drenched vineyards, sipping a good wine while admiring the landscape, is an experience no traveler should miss. And speaking of flavors, South African cuisine is as varied as its people. From the traditional BRA, an outdoor barbecue that brings families and friends together, to booty, a spiced meat dish with Malaysian influences. South African food is an explosion of cultures and traditions. Seafood lovers will find delicacies such as pollock and lobster along the coast, always fresh and expertly prepared for the more adventurous. South Africa offers extreme experiences. This is home to the Blow Plans Bridge, the highest bungee jumping site in the world. And if you're a surfer, the waves in Jeffreys Valley are among the best on the planet. The country is also a pioneer in sustainable tourism, with numerous nature reserves and conservation projects that protect its impressive biodiversity. But beyond the landscapes, wildlife and history, what truly makes South Africa an unforgettable country is its people. South Africans are warm, visible, and deeply proud of their land, despite the challenges. They have built a vibrant nation full of hope. South Africa is a country that defies expectations, surprises at every turn, and leaves a lasting impression on every visitor. From the wildlife of Kruger to the history of Cape Town, from wine routes to dreamy beaches, this is a destination that has it all. If you've been fascinated by this tour of South Africa, stay with us to discover more corners of the world that hide surprising stories and unforgettable landscapes. Thank you for joining us for this video. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and activate the notification bell. Remember to share it with your friends and family, and we'll see you on our next adventure.